Yes, my Between the Liners. Welcome back to the latest episode of the Big Six Breakdown. We are live again, and what an absolutely unbelievable day it's been, as you can tell by the voice, the pitch in my voice, the tone in my voice, the energy in my voice, the smile on my face. I haven't stopped smiling for the past 4 hours. United have smashed up Arsenal at the Emirates 3-2. If my wife's watching, I'm so sorry. If my in-laws are watching, I'm so sorry. But what an unbelievable day. I've got some legends with me. We've got 3 United fans in the live right now. Tuncay is coming back from the Emirates right now. He's walking back from the Emirates to relieve some steam. So he'll, he'll be letting us know how he felt on the day. Anyone that's joining us in the live chat, thank you for watching. Make sure you get your thoughts in the live chat as well. We've also got Guddu, the Chelsea fan, who's going to give his thoughts on the game. But let's talk about the United game first. Henry, my bro, how you feeling right now? How's your day been?
It was a perfect morning, and it's been an even better afternoon. It was an unbelievable game.
Haroon, how you feeling, my bro?
Cloud9, bro. Wasn't expecting much, but you did it, bro.
You know, Haroon's part of the Gen Z generation. He hasn't seen many
Said
United
Gen
wins
Z,
like
bro.
this before.
Yeah, bro.
He ain't seen many of the glory days of United. I'm sure this is up there with some of the best. Definitely an unbelievable performance. Shout out everyone that's watching live. We've got a live chat already. Big up Andy. He said, well done, guys. And he's not going to stay too long. Thank you, Andy, for joining us. He's an Arsenal fan, as you can tell by his username, a humble one. Look, we all know the Arsenal fan base can be the complete opposite to Andy. A lot of them can talk a lot of smack. And I did hear a lot of people saying, oh, yeah, United fans are getting too gassed this week. You beat City and City off form, and we're top of the league. You're not going to be able to handle us at the Emirates. We haven't lost there all season. And then we came to the Emirates. We smacked them about. Black Kit United. That's why I want the Black Kit United again. Yellow and black. Wiz Khalifa, black and yellow, smashed them apart at the Emirates. Where should we start? Andy said it was well deserved as well. Thank you for the humble heroics, Andy. Appreciate that a lot. Look, where do we start, boys? Michael Carrick?
I
Do we
think
give him
so.
the full-time job right now?
Well, let's not be rash.
Calm.
Let's not be rash. All right? His 5-game resume is looking very, very good. Right?
Best of all time,
A
potentially.
lot of
5
time
games.
between those two, between the first 3 games and these past 2. But one thing that was really interesting that Robbie Earl said on the American broadcast after the game was that it didn't seem like there was square pegs and round holes. You know, it just seemed like everybody was put into the position that they are supposed to be in to be able to express themselves. And they've been able to do that for the past 2 games. Put that on Michael Carrick, sure, absolutely. He's definitely had something to do with this change in mood, but still, you got to give it to being able to just allow these players to just move, pass forward, and run forward. And that's Manchester United the past however many decades. It was really nice to see that the last 180 minutes.
Can we just talk about Ruben Amorim quickly and say how much blood he has on his hands? He's a war criminal. He deserves to be rotting in prison right now, whether that's England or Portugal or Saudi Arabia. I actually don't care. He's a Liverpool fan. I can't believe the amount of crimes he committed while he's manager of Manchester United. Firstly, the 4 at the back. Yeah? You know what? We're going to go through the game in the step-by-step process. Guddu, you're going to have to wait this one a bit because we're going to get to the Chelsea game later. Rosenior is going to have to wait a bit. We've got Michael Carrick in charge of it, a real MC in charge. One thing that Ruben Amorim had done, look, like when it was 2-2, for example, and then Carrick was like, you know what? All right, someone had to come off, right? D'orgu had to come
Dorgu had
off,
to come off, yeah.
and he's like a left wing, left winger, playing left winger right now. Carrick said, yeah, I'm not going to bring on another defender. We could have brought on Mazraoui at that point. But he's like, you know what? Sesko, get ready, get your boots on, go stick up front, try to create some chaos. Or he brought on Cunha for Mbrumo as well. He probably could have been a bit defensive because at that point we were 2-1 up. Amorim would have brought on 5 centre-backs in that situation.
Yes.
But no, Carrick, Manchester United, we go for the game, we go for the win. Doesn't matter whether we're at the Emirates or we're at Old Trafford and we're playing Man City, we're playing the top 2 positions in the league right now, the top 2 teams in the league right now, and we went for it. And that's what Manchester United is all about and should be all about. And we've severely lacked that under several managers in the past few seasons. And I'm just glad now that we've managed to get somewhat back to that situation. Andy said first Ollie, now Carrick. My bro, I'm going to be real. Carrick's got an 80% win rate right now as Manchester United manager, if we're including his first stint in charge as well. Possibly the best Manchester United manager of all time right
now. Oh, yes.
No disrespect to Fergie, but we're just talking about stats right now.
Yeah.
Even Fergie couldn't do 80% win rate, my bro.
The only thing that worries me still is this board, right? Carrick can do all of the fantastic man management required to get this squad as far up the table as possible. And let's say if he is given a full-time job, can the board actually back him? Can the board bring in quality players to be able to continue this forward momentum? That's my biggest issue. I love the last 2 results. The performance has been fantastic. 6 points out of 2 games. Love it. But are we going to be back at the situation in 6 months whenever we're pissed off at Carrick and the board because they only signed 2 players? So we got to be very cautious on how we move forward. But right now, cloud man. Come on.
Henry, maybe Michael Carrick doesn't even need more players. This might be enough.
And I think getting back in Buemo and Ahmad and Mazraoui from AFCON definitely boosted the locker room a little bit, getting those personalities back in there. Kind of acted like a little bit of a rejuvenation with new signings. But yeah, sure. I mean, you've got D'orgu looking like fucking prime Gareth Bale right now. I mean, I'm okay with this squad. If we can keep Mount from getting so injured all the time, that's not a bad substitution to bring in. Life is good, so I'm going to enjoy it while I've got it.
Just quickly a mention on Arsenal before Tuncay jumps in, and Guddu, you can jump in on this as well. Don't you think it's strange how I feel like a lot of the times when we play Arsenal, and I think maybe even Chelsea might say this, they feel like it looks like they're intimidated when they play us. It's like we're the Manchester United of old all of a sudden, or we're the Chelsea of old, and Arsenal think that they're playing the legends back in the day. And it's like we're not, but you seem to give us that respect like we are.
I think they're always like when they come up against big teams. I think they crumble, don't they? They're like you crumble at the back. Even against Chelsea, you're 2-1 up. You concede like 2 goals. Even when we were 10-man down, they were winning 1-0. They conceded a goal from corner. So I think they just crumble. I think that's just Arsenal, isn't it? That's the history of the Arsenal.
This is football heritage.
Yeah.
I also, technically, we almost basically done the double on them because I know we did lose the first game of the season, 1-0 to Arsenal at Old Trafford. I was there as well, actually. But we did really outplay them. And I guess this proves that this United side is no fluke against this Arsenal side, regardless of the performance. We are capable of putting that up against the supposed best team in the league. And I feel it's a real sad indictment on the league right now, man. Because watching Arsenal today and seeing what their tactic was is you give it to Saka, you hope he manages to get a deflection out for a corner. You put a corner in the box and you create chaos. What other chances did they create?
Exactly. Minus the own goal from Martinez.
Yeah.
What else did they really do? Even with Gyökeres coming on, they didn't even try to find him. Luke Shaw did a great job against Saka, don't get me wrong. And it was very smart to keep D'orgu as that left midfielder to help track Timber's runs. Very good on United part. But if you're an Arsenal fan, you've got to be worried. You got to be worried, especially because you've eked out points against Wolves with fucking 5 own goals in that game. You've really struggled to be able to find open play goals. And as you said, you're just giving it to Trossard and Saka to get you corners. I mean, don't get me wrong. I loved Stoke City back in the day when I was growing up. That's because I didn't know any better, right? But now I appreciate good football. I want to see good football. Arsenal right now just really don't play that kind of football.
Yeah, I think it's a real shame for a team that's probably still going to win the league unless we are only 12 points behind Arsenal right now, by the way. Just letting you know, yeah? Yeah, we're coming, yeah? And one more loss, Arsenal, is getting scary for you guys. City really better watch out as well. But, yeah, for a team that's probably going to win the league, I just think it's really poor to see the way that they're so like turgid and trying to crawl over the line. Henry, did you have something to say?
So, I mean, let's kind of put our Arsenal glasses on in a way. What changes? What does Mikel need to do to kind of keep City and Villa from being able to chase them down?
Like, I was gonna say, yeah. Sorry, Guddu, go on.
I was saying, have you seen the attackers having like scored like Martinelli and scored in like 11 games,
Right?
like 25 games in Premier League. Saka has scored in like 11 games or 9 games. So sure, attackers ain't gonna score, then you're not really gonna cross the line, are you, in a game? And as a Chelsea fan, I knew that because a couple of years ago when we couldn't score goals or couldn't break down
Right.
blocks, you just end up losing the games. When you're attackers, I think our top scorer was Jorginho with 6 penalties. Do you know what I mean? Like,
we've been through it.
Yeah, and even when they brought in Madueke, I heard he hasn't scored a Premier League goal in 1 year now.
Yep, that's right.
And I don't think he's had a Premier League assist in about 12 months, 11 months as well.
Yeah, I don't know what the fascination of playing Rice and Zubamendi is from Mikel. If he had been able to start with Eze and Odegaard with Rice in that midfield, we would have had a lot harder of a time being able to stay in our 4-4-2 off the ball, right? Eze and Odegaard picking up little pockets would have been a little bit more difficult, but we had Zubamendi and Rice dropping into the back line the entire game. It worked beautifully for us. So they've got the players. I just think Mikel is over managing his own team, and it's really hurting them.
Yeah, and I've said this before. I just think, firstly, Arteta is an absolute knobhead. I saw him getting told off by the fourth official for stepping out of his technical area again. It's weird because he does it all the time. There's one time
all the time,
and he was coming so close to Luke Shaw. I would honestly, if I was on a player on that pitch, I'll boot Arteta's head in. I swear to God. Lego
just,
man.
Just keep your elbow. Just keep your elbow a little high in the throw in and just catch him.
Yeah. Firstly, Arteta's a knobhead, and secondly, the handbrake and the fear he's put into these players and the pressure he puts on these players, and he's like prancing up and down on the touchline. I just feel like it's too much for his players. And one thing that really confused me is whenever Arsenal players, I saw a lot of Arsenal fans getting frustrated about Ben White taking throw-ins and taking too long on throw-ins. I felt bad. I didn't feel bad, but I felt like it wasn't Ben White's fault when all your players are run towards the box because your managers clearly told them get in the box for a long throw. But Ben White's near the halfway line.
Yes.
How's he going to find someone? He needs someone to come and grab the ball, take responsibility, and help him progress up the pitch. He's not Superman. He's not going to be able to chuck it into the box long ball every time.
Do you know, as a fan, you celebrate corners, right? There's a volume you celebrate the corners with, like, as a fan, like, yeah. They celebrate it like it's a goal. Like, every time they get a corner or a throw in, you can feel the crowd cheering like it's a bloody goal. Yeah, like that's their mentality. Do you know that's their mentality of like how they're gonna score goals from corners or throw-ins.
And I mean, kudos to Maguire, Martinez, and Casemiro at that front post dealing with Saka and Rice's corners. I mean, they had plenty that could have been very dangerous, but we did a very good job protecting Lemons, minus the one that they did score on. We did not do a good job on that one. Yeah. But other than that, we knew their game plan, and everybody in the league knows their game plan, but being able to stop it's a different story. Some teams can, some teams can't.
Yeah, we will be going through the game overall. We got an Arsenal fan joining the chat. He's just walked here from the Emirates barefoot because of the pain. Tunj, I hope it was rainy on the way. How you feeling, my bro?
Yeah, man. I had a shower. I had another shower when I got home. Yeah, man. I was just reflecting on the game. Yeah, man. It was just the perfect storm.
Yeah, Tunj, we've just gone through. To be honest, we gloated a little while you weren't here, so we'll try to be a bit more respectful now that you're here. We're gonna go through the game step by step in a sec. We've got a live chat. My bro, Share Productions, Spurs fan. I can't believe he's actually here. Good to see proper Spurs lads, Carrick and Woodgate leveling United up. Not really sure where you've got that take from, Share, but yeah, maybe you should worry about Frank not leveling you guys up of some sorts. But yeah, thank you for joining, Share. Hopefully you managed to last another 2 minutes. I know your attention span is severely lacking these days. Let's quickly go through some stats. This was Man United's first comeback victory at Arsenal in the Premier League since February 2005. They trailed on 12 occasions away to the Gunners in the period since then, losing 11 of them. This is Arsenal's first loss at home this season. Mike, remember Ruben Amorim didn't have a back-to-back win after 18 months. Carrick's just done that in his first 2 games against Arsenal and Man City. We barely ever got a clean sheet under Ruben Amorim, and then Carrick's already done that in his first 2 games. So yeah, once again, Ruben Amorim, you're a football terrorist. You deserve prison time. Arsenal suffered their first Premier League defeat at the Emirates since last May. This is the first time Arsenal have conceded 3 goals in a match since December 2023, ending a run of 121 matches, which is incredible. Man United won away to the side top of the Premier League for the first time since March 2021 under another United legend, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That was against Man City. And this is the first time we've scored 3 goals away to the league leaders since April 2018. Also a 3-2 victory at Man City under Jose Mourinho. So that's the stats. Let's go through the game before we get Tuncay's analysis on it as well. We'll go through step by step. I guess the first 20 minutes, I thought Arsenal were in control without really threatening. I think maybe you guys might agree. And then obviously the own goal went in, which I thought was pretty poor from Martinez. Just didn't read the flight of the ball, I guess.
Yep.
Any thoughts?
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. I mean, it's a good ball in from Odegaard, quick, early, just mistimed it. Good pressure from, was it Jesus or Timber on Martinez?
Timber,
It was Timber.
I think it was Timber. Good pressure on him to try to force that mistake. He was able to force it. Stuff like that happens. 1-0.
Yeah, pretty poor from Martinez. I thought he should have dealt with it. And maybe, I think it was D'orgu that let the cross come in, but D'orgu, Ballon D'orgu, I'm not going to criticize him today. Cher said he should have been sacked the minute he dropped Kobe, and I couldn't agree with that more. I was mentioning about Michael Carrick and Man United DNA during the beginning of the video, so definitely a good point to make, and Kobe will get into very shortly as well. And then after the goal, maybe you guys will believe me or not, but I told the missus, I was like, honestly, after you scored, I don't think you deserved that goal. So I felt like we started just about turning it up before they scored that goal. We started getting a bit more comfortable in the game from the 22nd, 23rd minute onwards. And I said to the wife, I was like, look, I'm going to be honest, because you scored that goal, I'm actually more confident now that we're going to come back and win that goal. Because I think it's going to put the pressure on us to actually come out of a bit of a deep line, come out and put pressure on Arsenal and get the goal. And then Zubimendi, absolute howler, and Buemo, wow, so clinical. Did you guys think he was going to score?
Yeah, when he's through, you always think he's going to score, bro.
Yeah, so clinical. It was beautiful to watch. Any thoughts on Zubimendi mistake, Tunch? What was that down to?
Yeah, it was a poor mistake, but I blame Saliba more than Zubimendi because he was dangling too much on the ball. He was doing that a couple of times before that mistake, actually, so it was coming. And he passed it. It wasn't a great pass to Zubimendi. He passed it to him too late. And then, yeah, Zubimendi ended up rushing it, and obviously his error ended up with Mbeumo scoring. Yeah, I agree. Very clinical the way he finished. You know, I thought Raya had done well to close it down, but yeah, Mbeumo just took it around him and calmly finished it. So, yeah, I don't know. Obviously it's going to be a Zubimendi error, but Saliba plays a massive part in that, I think.
I agree. I think that if Saliba, if he was going to take that long, just has to go back to Raya right then and there. Raya can go to Zubimendi if it becomes open. He can go switch it out wide left, but just a hospital ball, square pass. Zubimendi had nothing better to do and just mishit his back pass. Good pressure.
The pressure of playing against Manchester United, Zubimendi, I thought was a bit flat-footed when he got the pass from Saliba, and that's why when he tried to pass it back to Raya or Saliba, he was flat-footed and he couldn't get the pass away properly. And then Buemo, clinical. He's now scored against Arsenal, Liverpool, and Man City, if I'm not mistaken.
And Spurs.
Correct.
And
Spurs.
Spurs, yes. So unbelievable scoring against 4 of the top 6. Obviously, were a part of that top 6 as well. What a signing! I believe that's his 8th league goal in 19 Premier League games
Yep.
this season, and I think that's for United fans something we've been craving for a long time. Someone that can actually score goals in the big games, one, and also consistently throughout in the Premier League. So what a remarkable signing, and I'm glad we obviously tried to sign him 3 times. I think we offered 3 times just to get the deal over the line in the summer. So a crucial signing, massive performance. We've got a question from Leon in the live chat. Is this the downfall of Arsenal or just a hiccup? Tunch, what do you think?
For me, it's just a hiccup, but it was a nice wake-up call for Arsenal. I'm glad we lost, to be honest with you. So hopefully they learn the lessons. And then, yeah, moving forward, they'll take these games seriously rather than just sit back hoping for a 1-0 win. But yeah, I think it's a hiccup. I don't think it's curtains.
Boys, what about the rest of you? What do you think? I'm pretty sure this is the downfall of Arsenal Football Club.
I hope so. I think it's the thing is they've been playing like this for a while, bro.
Yeah.
Like there's been a good few games. Henry mentioned earlier about the own goals. There was a few games in a row where they were winning games from other teams basically doing the job for them. And yeah, like it's weird, man. They played today. Their fans will tell you in the first 30 minutes that they battered us. They had more of the ball, but like I don't know about you, but a battering for me is like you're creating opportunities and opportunities and opportunities. They were just playing in front of us, bro. They weren't doing much. And I think it's been the case all season. In open play, they're clueless, bro. I don't know what Arteta's been coaching them, but they're not creating chances. They're not scoring goals. It's just set piece central, bro.
Arsenal tied Liverpool. Is that correct? Just the other day?
Yeah.
0-0.
Yeah, no.
0-0. So I would call that game a hiccup, right? Didn't quite show up in the second half. Was able to get away without conceding, right? Could have had an opportunity to win it. That's a solid hiccup for a team that's looking to go and win the Premier League. 0-0, unacceptable. We got to be ready to go out from the get-go for the next kind of big 6 game. And it just seemed like, yes, they were on top of us for the first 30 minutes, and they were. I was sweating through my shirt just a little bit, but it was definitely east to west. Not a lot of penetration trying to get into Gabriel Jesus, who honestly had a very good game midweek in the Champions League. So in form, clearly. It's one of those things where now that's 2 games in the Premier League where they could have easily and should have, if they're going to have this kind of pedigree that everybody's saying that they have, go on and win. Now that those 2 games have gone past and you haven't been able to get all 6 points, I would make sure I'd be very cautious whenever you're coming up in the next 5 to 6 games that you don't continue to at least drop points. Got to get all 3 points.
But the thing is, the way that they're playing, is it even sustainable to keep winning games on set pieces and own goals? Because they're not creating chances. Like we said before Tuncay joined, I think their forward players haven't got the numbers to back them and support them up. Like Odegaard, Eze, Gokares, Jesus, Martinelli, Saka, Madueke. I just named about 5, 6. Trossard maybe is their best attacking player this season. I just named at least 5, 6 players who aren't on form right now and aren't backing it up with numbers. Can they win the league without that?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Yeah.
You'd say no, but at the end of the day, we've been saying for how long now set pieces aren't sustainable. It's been 2 seasons now they've been doing it, bro. So it's hard to judge.
Yeah.
But I think it's a coaching issue, man. These players haven't gone to shit overnight.
But they used to score from open play. Well, forget last season, but this season and last season. But when the season before that, when there was Odegaard's first season, I think full season, and there was Gabriel Martinelli was scoring goals, Odegaard was scoring goals, Gabriel Jesus was scoring goals, then he got injured, Saka was scoring goals, but they're not scoring goals at the moment, so that's probably one of the problems.
I think Mikel... Sorry. Yep, you're good.
No, go on, Henry.
I think that the biggest thing really is that Mikel has seemingly, from the outside looking in, has seen his top flying just highlight football, do amazing things, create awesome moments, but not win in the league. And so he decided, you know what? We're going to go back to the basics, do the things that we know that we can control, set pieces, dead ball situations, everything like that. But he just went way too far to that side. Being able to get to the point where that, yes, we can implement that into what also has made us successful, sure. But it seems like he's kind of left that kind of philosophy over here and said, you know what? I think in order for us to win the league, we have to put our eggs in this basket of dead balls, set pieces, making the game as predictable as possible. Where when it comes to winning trophies, is it going to work? Possibly 60%, maybe. But at the end of the day, is it going to be entertaining football for fans and everything like that? No. Do I think that that's going to be sustainable? No.
Tunj, I will get your opinion on that very shortly. Cher says, will you guys be angry at the board if they give Carrick the job permanently? I know Haroon's itching for that shiny new foreign toy. Haroon, what's your response to that? He's not wrong, by the way. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
He's right. Let's see at the end of the season, innit? Let's see how our form is. But I don't want to
give him the contract right now. Give him the contract right now.
You're the reason why we're a failure still, bro.
All right, just moving on. Let's speak along the game is again. Sorry, we spoke about the Embremo goal, the equalizer. Second half, we came out. I felt like United actually came out on top, and we started almost camping in Arsenal's half, which I thought was really surprising. Arsenal kind of dropped deeper and deeper when I expected them to come out on the front foot, and they didn't. And then the D'orgu goal. Oh my God, boys!
Goal of the season, bro.
Couple 1-2s with Bruno. The touch to take it down in front of him, and then the strike off the bar, off the post, into the net. And Raya's a great goalkeeper.
Yes.
Ballon D'orgu. Wow. What a turnaround. And the kid's 21. He's come under a bit of criticism from United fans since he's come in. But fair play to him, man. The form he's on right now, the confidence, the goal. What are we saying? Top 3 left wingers in the world right now, if we're being realistic.
Top one, if we're honest.
He is the most informed player in the world right now after that goal. So we'll give him his flowers for sure. I've seen a lot of amazing clips of him kind of working outside of training and doing a lot of technical drills. Yeah. And it looks crisp, it looks clean, it looks methodic, and I'm okay with it. I'm cool with it. Put him wherever he needs to be on the field. He clearly is going to be able to help create something. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
You know, I've seen those clips as well. He's been putting in a lot of work outside off the pitch, doing the hard yards, putting the graft in outside of full-time training sessions. So fair play to the kid. He's 21. He's putting an absolute shift, and it's paying off on the pitch. His technique's improved. He's graft. I don't know about you guys. I just want to throw it in there. I thought he was actually man of the match for me. The amount of headers he won, the amount of duels he won, the amount of headers he won, emphasized the United spirit and how you should be playing for a top club. And honestly, I was really impressed by his performance.
And I'll say that I have drug him through the mud. I have said I have called him very, very poor professional all the time whenever he first signed in, and he was making a lot of mistakes. But then again, we were putting a square peg in a round hole. Clearly needed a shift in formation, a shift in positioning, a shift in mentality, and that is working. And so, as I said again, keep it coming.
Yeah. Tunj, were you quite surprised the way you started in the second half? Obviously, you were there at the game. Just quickly, sorry, what did you think about the atmosphere, like leading up to the game? Of the game?
Yeah, atmosphere leading up to it. Yeah, I thought the atmosphere was good. Everyone's looking forward to it. Yeah, it was up for everyone. Thought, Arsenal put in a performance, really. Yeah, in terms of the support, the atmosphere, it was sort of everyone was up for it, really. I wouldn't say there was anything alarming about that. What was quite alarming actually before the game was the warm-up. I've got quite a good judgment of warm-ups and how they reflect on the game. And the way Arsenal warmed up was sort of too casual. I don't know, like, there's a phase in the warm-up where there's like an attacking phase of play, and you know the attacking players sort of do like different, you know, attacking shapes and phase of play just part of the warm up, and pretty much every chance that they had they missed, or they weren't really taking it seriously as they would do usually, and just other things like shooting drills. I don't know, just everyone was a bit too casual. Rice was practicing free kicks. He's been doing that quite a lot recently, practicing free kicks, but which I don't understand why. Sure you'd do that in training. I don't know why you'd do that during the warm up. Yeah, I don't know. The warm up wasn't great in my view. Looking at it, I think, you know, if we start from that, I didn't like the warm up. And then in terms of the game in itself, first 20 minutes, yeah, we played well, but we controlled the game, but that was it. We got the goal, and then ever since that Mbeumo goal, we sort of lost our heads a bit. The atmosphere then became a bit hostile, a little bit, a bit nervy.
It sounded very hostile
Yeah, it
on
was a bit
TV.
hostile, a bit nervy. I can understand why, because of the way we play. Too safe, too casual, not enough risks. You know, we should be going for the second goal, but we're trying to get into half time with a 1-0 lead, and fans will obviously react to that rightly, in my view.
Yeah.
And then yeah, obviously when the fans get into you, you know, nerves start to creep in, and then in the second half, the atmosphere was a bit flat in the second half. I'll be honest with you. I was flat as well as a fan. I'll say that as well. You can criticize me as a fan if you want, but
Why is that, Tunch? Why were you flat?
I think we was just so frustrated with the way the first half ended. That goal just killed everything. You know, it just ruined the mood completely. It was just such an unnecessary goal to concede, and it was just so unnecessary to do well in the first 20 minutes and then play safe and then in second gear for the rest of the first half. And yeah, I think that was why. I think the fans were just annoyed in general. Like, we should be playing these games a lot more better with a lot more risk.
So would you say at watching that it kind of felt like the game plan was to, when we get that goal, if we get a goal in the first half, to get into halftime with that goal advantage, or did it kind of feel like as soon as, is that kind of what it seemed like in the ground?
Yeah, that's what it looked like. 1-0, let's go into half time. Second half, United will come out attacking. We might get a second goal, we might get a third goal. Game over. That was the game plan in a nutshell, I'd say. But yeah, there was no like appetite to go for that second goal after the first goal. That's what you should do if you want to win the league. You want to be ruthless, you know. You don't want to be too safe. You don't want to play not to lose. You want to play to win, as convincingly as you can. So yeah, obviously, second half the atmosphere was flat, and then yeah, it just got from bad to worse. I think that obviously when Dorgu scored that goal, amazing goal by the way, the atmosphere went even more flat, was silent at one point, and then yeah, we got the second goal, great, but it was frustrating up to that point, waiting for that second goal, set piece goal, and yeah, Cunha scored that really good third goal, and then yeah, just basically killed the game really. That in a nutshell is what happened. There's a lot of reasons why we didn't play well. The team selection was questionable. Like I said, the warm up was shit. The way we played during parts of the game was shit as well.
What about the team selection bothered you? Because I before you came on, I kind of mentioned that it was strange to have Zubimendi, Rice, and Odegaard starting in a midfield three.
Yeah, so in terms of like Jesus starting, because obviously there's a lot of questions about him. I thought it doesn't really matter if Jesus played, Gyökeres played, R9.
You're not gonna find your striker anyway.
No one's gonna create chances for them. Like you can put any striker out there, Haaland there. The way we're playing at the moment, going forward, we're not finding our strikers in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, that's what I'd say. Firstly, in terms of like the midfield, I'd say it was okay. I wouldn't say I don't think the midfield was a bad selection. It was just, I suppose that the approach. You know, Rice didn't go forward as much. He's usually a bit dangerous going forward. He was a bit passenger really in midfield, and then Zubimendi didn't really get into the game at all. And then Odegaard was terrible. Probably his worst game in a big game for an Arsenal shirt. You know, he showed no composure. There was that bit in the first goal which he did, but he didn't mean to find that pass. Let's be real. He just sort of hit in the danger zone, and then whatever happened. But Odegaard was very disappointing. No, what I'm expecting Odegaard to be is, I see him as like I'm not saying he is, but I see him to become an ilk of a De Bruyne or David Silva, Bernardo Silva. I've named like 3 City players there. Like in terms of like influence on the game going forward, in terms of
He
what he
just,
can do, but he's
yeah,
just showing none of it.
no.
And that obviously impacts the performances of Saka, Trossard on the other hand, who both had a terrible game as well. And Odegaard showed zero leadership as well. Like, obviously we can blame Arteta, the system he plays and everything else, but the players on the pitch, it comes from Odegaard. It does show, if you're the leader of the team, if you're a captain and you're on the field and you're encouraging others to play safe in second gear, not encouraging your team to play with a bit more courage, a bit more risk, to be a bit more ruthless, then that also comes from the captain on the pitch as well. Not Arteta
But
can't do
Tunch,
anything.
is that through instruction or is that through Odegaard's choice? Because he wasn't always like that. And you see him now, he's passing it backwards, he's passing it sideways. Is that because the managers told him to keep possession?
I think it's him as well. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's feeling it. I don't know if he's feeling nervous mentally. Is he not there? I don't know. Like, I can't, or you can blame the manager, yeah, of course, but it's not always the manager's fault. The players take responsibility as well, especially the captain. If you're the captain, you're seeing your team struggle, especially going forward. Surely you would do something to influence. Surely you would ditch the way you're playing, or try something different. I don't know, do something, out of the ordinary. I don't know, like
Don't get
there
me
was
wrong.
nothing. It was more of the same, and that was frustrating.
It doesn't seem like Odegaard has that in his personality. He seems like a very great guy, great person to have around in the dressing room. But whenever I'm watching a game, I'm looking for somebody to lead me and to motivate me and to keep me and my standards high. And I look at that Arsenal field and that Arsenal 11. I'm looking towards Declan Rice to force that, to get people, to push them over the line whenever they're feeling low and feeling down, or even your Gabriels or somebody. It doesn't seem like Odegaard's willing to grab somebody by the scruff of the neck and push them further forward. It just seems like if it's not going right, Odegaard's just going to grab the ball, touch it, move it on. It's from the outside looking in.
I don't know why he's captain. Genuinely,
I
think
don't know why. I don't know
there's
why.
a
So
good
in
3-4
terms of
players
why
who
he's
could be.
captain, the players apparently they choose who the captain is, so they all have a vote in terms of who should be the captain. And obviously, if players are voting for Odegaard to be captain, you can't really
They chose
Right.
the
say
most
anything really.
pathetic,
Or
sad guy who
Yeah.
like pushed the issue on the pitch, bro.
Do they
Next-
They
vote
next
basically
season,
wanted
he'll
they
be-
wanted
he'll
to
be
push
out- he'll be
over.
out
No,
of
they didn't want to get shouted at, bro. Arteta does that enough.
Yeah.
They were like, nah, we need someone soft.
They're like, he's a nice guy to us, so
Yeah.
just vote him.
So I thought it was quite interesting. Arteta made 4 subs, I believe, after Dorgu scored a couple minutes later. So I guess he realised he'd made mistakes. He hadn't made the team front foot enough, but by then it was probably too late. But he did bring on Eze for Odegaard, I think. He brought on Marino. He brought on Ben White. He brought on Madueke. Or was that
Yeah.
later? Sorry.
I think.
Yeah,
maybe he's a
Madueke
bit
was
later.
later, so he brought
Matter
in
of
Ben
was
White,
later.
Marino,
Oh, Gokrez as well. Sorry.
Gyökeres.
Gyökeres and Eze.
So I'll be honest, when that 4 came on, I was saying to the missus, I was like, I'm not really threatened by any of them except Ben White, because I thought he might be a bit of a threat overlapping on the right hand side, and that was going to cause us problems. And the rest of them didn't really do nothing. Eze, I thought, slowed the game down to his tempo a bit, made a bit of space for himself, but other than that, didn't create nothing. No penetrative passes. Gokrez didn't really have any impact.
Yeah, I mean, if you're putting 4 subs on just before the 60th minute, that just shows that you're in trouble. Straight.
Yeah.
That doesn't.
Yes.
I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh yeah, we're in trouble. Like
That's panic.
Arteta's panicking. Like, yeah, something needs to happen. And obviously, as players on the team, if you're seeing that, or guys that are subbed off,
Right.
I'll be like, oh shit, yeah, my confidence will be gone. If I was Odegaard walking off 58th minute and I'm seeing 4 players coming in, I'll
the
be like,
captain
oh,
of your club. The captain.
Yeah, like, I'll be like, oh shit, yeah, shit's hit the fan, like,
Yeah, and if you're making 4 substitutions, that probably suggests you acknowledge that you made the wrong decision with your starting lineup. If you've had to change 4 of them out of 11 in the 54th minute, I believe it was. Cher said, Cher said, what about that flop, Eze? Let it all work out. Tunch, it's been a bit strange with Eze.
He's just salty, man, because he didn't go to Spurs, man. Let's just be real. Let's just ignore that comment. He's just being salty.
But just quickly, Tunch, on Eze, before today, he'd only played 23 minutes of the last 4 games or 6 games, I believe. Obviously, he hasn't started a game since the Villa game. What do you think's gone wrong there? Is it just a case of Odegaard being back from injury, or does Eze?
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of Odegaard being back from injury, Eze being managed, probably to prepare him mentally and how to approach these games and so on. He might be part of his development, I don't know. But
Eze takes too many risks, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he's I mean, it's a bit harsh to be honest. He should have played some minutes at least. But when he came on today, I thought he made a lot more. Well, he was a bit more. He showed a bit more urgency than Odegaard did. At least he was showing for the ball. He tried to do stuff. Obviously, he couldn't do any more than what he did. But I thought he wasn't too bad when he came on. I didn't think he was that bad against Inter as well midweek. I know he made a few mistakes here and there, but I thought his overall game was good. So I feel like he's maybe slowly understanding what it takes to be an Arsenal player. And hopefully, I think he should start. I think Odegaard should be benched. Not against Carrick. Obviously, Odegaard can play in that game. That's fine. It's a nothing game. But against Leeds United away, maybe Eze should start ahead of Odegaard just to give him a break. Just to give Eze maybe, give him another chance as well to see what he can do.
I think, if anything, Tunj, you don't want Eze to learn the Arsenal way. Bro just won an FA Cup with Crystal Palace. I don't know what Arsenal was winning. Like, you might as well get the Crystal Palace
still on, man.
Just before we get to Cher's funny comment in a sec, Mikel Merino scored the goal, a set piece, of course. I think Lamens flapped it. I haven't really watched it back properly, so it looked like a big mix-up in the middle. And I guess they were going to score one eventually from a set piece. I haven't got much else to say about that, unless you guys do.
Just went over the line, I think.
They just ran up on the keeper, bro, and it was just a bit of a mess. We did both clear off the line, but...
Yeah, I mean, looking at it as a fan, those set pieces can be so confusing. Like the set piece happening in front of me, I was sitting on that side, but there's so much going on. I don't even know what's going on. Like,
right, it's just in the back of the net.
10 man, in the middle. Like, I don't know where the ball is. I don't know if it's a goal. Like, it was just very confusing just watching it as a fan.
You just see legs flying everywhere. That's the reason. Legs kicking around the ball.
It was really chaotic, yeah. And interesting enough, just from a United point of view, I really like the fact that I think 2 minutes later, I think Arsenal had another corner, and then Lamens actually came and caught it or punched it. And the next few corners he came and dealt with as well, which I was really impressed with. Obviously, he's still 23, but I'm glad he learned his lesson. We've got a few chats flying in. I'm not sure who this is. I think it's a new person on the channel. Shout out to you. Name 914. Is it humbling to have 2 Golazzos and under 1 XG? Haroon, can you just double check our XG? I didn't know we had under 1 XG, but is it a humbling? I don't think it's a humbling, but I think if from an Arsenal fan's point of view, you should be worried considering that we haven't been that great this season. And I felt like we were on the front foot in a lot of that second half, especially when you're at home, Emirates. What do you guys think in relation to that comment?
Yeah, I think Arsenal fans are very salty, bro. Like, all I've seen on Twitter is, you fluked the win, you did this, you did that. Like,
man,
I don't know what you
fluked the win, man.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys watch, but
yeah, I saw
you man didn't deserve to win the game based on how you performed. Maybe a draw was a fair result.
I think United deserved the win. Like,
yeah, I hear it. We took risks, bro. You man are trying to go side to side, backwards. Sometimes you need a bit of individual quality to win these big games, bro. And we did it twice and we won the game.
and the thing that United did that will teach all the other teams is shoot from distance. When you're playing against Arsenal, no one's really shooting against Ryan. Like, no one's really testing him. Like, it's a bit too easy for him, I think, sometimes. And our defenders do sit back. They're not the ones to close down. But Man United scored 2 goals from long distance, and they showed the other teams, maybe let's not go backwards and sideways. Let's maybe take some shots from like 30 yards out, because guess what, it might be a goal, and guess what, things can change. So maybe that's a lesson for every other team watching United on sort of how to play against Arsenal. But also, like, those comments on Twitter and wherever, it's just nonsense. Man United deserve to win the game, and I saw 2 different teams. I said this on the group chat as well. I saw one team that was serious to win, that came to play, point to prove, everything else, and they won the game deservedly, and I saw another team that thought, you know, they've won the league title already. They were too cautious, too comfortable, not ruthless enough, lethargic, lacking urgency. So I saw two completely different teams, and you know, the right team won at the end of the day. So, and obviously I got to give plaudits to United and obviously D'orgu as well. He's been under criticism, and Bremo and Cunha as well. He's got a great goal.
So just comment to Cunha. Obviously, 2 minutes later, after 3 minutes later after Marino goal, Cunha, we had a bit of a spell in possession again. We played a couple nice passes, kept it around Rice and Marino in the midfield. Mainu crucial in that. Bruno crucial in that. They both kept the ball, laid it off to Cunha, who wasn't really pressed. And what an unbelievable finish, bro! A great strike.
Again, it goes back to what Tuncay said. I mean, take shots on this keeper. Take shots. He wasn't set. He wasn't prepared for a shot to come out him from 25 yards, 20 yards, and he was able to use Saliba to get it around him. Take shots. Take shots. Take shots. Take shots.
And you know, Cunha's that guy that's going to take responsibility on the game. He's got that personality, like we were saying, how Odegaard maybe doesn't. Cunha certainly has that. He's got the belief in himself to take the game by the scruff of the neck, and what a finish again. Yeah.
Great finish.
We've got a couple chats. I think maybe might be an argument going on as well. Shout out safe Ramza, safe. Teta can't handle flair players. Nwaneri left because he didn't know what to do with him. He doesn't trust Eze. He doesn't know what to do with these talents. Odegaard is rubbish. Name 914 says that's not why Nwaneri left. Safe replied back, any other club he'd play or get minutes. If you're not going to play Eze and then let him go on loan, what's the point? Arsenal didn't control the game. They didn't have any sustained pattern of play. You've not had that. It's set piece or nothing. Arsenal are first because this league quality this season has dipped. Quite a few points in there. In terms of Nwaneri, Tunj, do you agree Arsenal can't really handle flair plays?
Oh, yeah, I think if Nwaneri played, it wouldn't have made any difference. So I don't know. It's an irrelevant point.
That's a dumb point.
Shout out safe in the chat. You've been shut down there, my bro. Don't worry. Make another good one next time. Cher said City will. Is he talking about Eze or?
Oh, you're talking about Eze.
Win the league. Oh, he's saying City will win the league. I think Cher's saying City will win the league. Just quickly, the Cunha goal I've spoken about, and the bravery, and also I was saying just before you came on, Tunj, I was giving plaudits to Michael Carrick for going and attempting to win the game. It might have been 2-1 to us, but we still threw on Cunha at one point. We still threw on Sesko. And then even when it was 2-2, we still went for more. I didn't see the manager saying sit back and defend until we did go 3-2 up, and then we won.
You know, when Cunha came on, was D'orgu injured? Because I know he came off. And then Cunha
That's correct.
D'orgu is injured.
Hamstring strain.
Yeah.
So he could have brought on another defender, but he could have easily brought on another defender, go to 5 at the back, the Ruben Amorim special, chuck on 5 centre backs. But he decided to be brave. He's a Man United manager. He's got the Man United philosophy. He was a better midfielder than Mikel Arteta as well. Michael Carrick proving his worth. What a legend. Give him the contract. Just quickly, Cher said Rice to Madrid next season if Arsenal bottle the league again. Tunj, I've asked you this before. You kind of rejected the idea that players would leave if Arsenal don't win the league. But any changes in your mind now, or still sticking by it?
No, not really. If Madrid want to pay 200 mil, then yeah, you can go. It's fine. But if they're not going to pay 200 mil for Rice, so you end up staying.
Bro, you're not going to pay 200 mil for Rice because he's not worth that, bro. You know what? Let's talk about Rice.
He's half price, man. We say Declan Rice.
Yeah, he should have been 25 mil. He should have been the half price.
Nah, man, he's 100 mil. We got him on a bargain. He's a 200 mil pound player. We got him for 100 mil. And he's the best 100 mil pound player out there. It's not easy being a 100 mil pound signing. Tell me any other 100 mil pound players that I've showed as much of an impact as he has. You can't.
Mbappe.
Enzo Fernandez won the World Cup.
Yeah, forget him, man.
Every man laughed out of the building. Good. Leave that one. Just quickly on Rice, I love the banner of Arsenal, but on a serious note, seeing him play today, and I know we had some comparisons online before, and I can't remember, someone made a comment before in a group chat or something where they compared Gerrard to Rice. I really dislike that because even looking at him today, I know he does his job defensively, but he's not someone that can take the game by the scruff of the neck, especially in the big games. Like when he was in attacking positions today, there was a couple of times he got forward near the edge of the box and he decided to pass it off to Saliba on the right hand side. Saliba cut it back to him and he was on the back foot, really couldn't really get a proper shot away. There's another time when the ball came to him first time, he took the shot and he tried to curl it far corner, but it just went over. I just don't think he's a serious impact in the attacking areas or someone that's capable of winning these games for your team. That's why I think he's a bit overrated. Is that harsh?
Yeah, that's harsh. It's
I don't
harsh in
think
my
so,
view.
Tunji.
I mean,
I
look,
think
we're
it's
top
good.
of the Champions League. We're obviously still in the League Cup. We're in the FA Cup. We're top by 4 points. Rice has played a big part of that. So to label him as overrated is a bit harsh in my view. But then the comparisons with like Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes or whatever, like obviously he's nowhere near that level yet, but he's still young, you know. He's not hit his peak yet, so let's wait till he's hit his peak, and then we can make the comparisons with all the other England midfielders. So
I mean,
yeah, that's all I'd say on that.
the only comparison between Rice and Gerrard is that neither of them have won the Premier League. So just going to leave that one right there.
So both of them are overrated, is what you're telling me. I love it. Michael Carrick better than both of them. That's what I love to hear. Cher said, how's bro come in the chat and talk about Ranieri? Safe, it's not a good day for you, my bro. Keep those opinions to yourself. Name 914, think you're high, mate. I believe he's talking to Safe as well. Wow. Safe is really getting in the chat. Who's that Man City fan we had the other day? SPO 415.
415.
Bring him back. Bring him back.
No, he's actually back. His name's 914 now.
Oh.
Shout out SPO 415. I know you changed your name, switched your burner account to name 914. You thought we wouldn't clock you. But yeah, boys, that's pretty much the Arsenal United game. Unless anything else you wanted to say. Obviously, United have got Fulham next. These 2 wins were massive. Would it surprise us if we go and lose to Fulham now? Like,
Nope.
No.
That guy's still waiting to catch hair, isn't he?
yeah, literally, the guy's 3 games away from cutting his hair. I hope he makes it, man. The guy needs a trim desperately. Shout out Frank. Goods, what's your overall thoughts on the Arsenal United game? And did you think are United not back, but are they more of a threat now than they were under Amram, I guess?
For neutral, it's a good game to watch because there's goals flying everywhere. And there's got good goals as well. With the, I don't think you're back because I think it's a manager bounce. Obviously, I said it actually when we were talking about the new managers. I think you needed to change to get the players to play in their positions, like Kobe Mainoo being back in the team, and even look, Cunha comes on, plays his positions, can score a goal. Like they weren't scoring goals before. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's good to have managers change. Like it could be even the same as Chelsea. You know, we're on a new manager bounce, but I don't still believe that we're back or Rosini is going to do something amazing as of yet. So we need to go game by game really, and then you can probably talk about giving him a contract or if he's going to stay and stuff like that.
Bro, he beat Man City and Arsenal. And he kept a clean sheet against City, bro. And he beat Arsenal at the Emirates.
He done it before. Why didn't you give him a job then?
New manager bounce, isn't it?
Yeah.
He beat Arsenal 3-2 before.
Yeah, we beat them. We was at Old Trafford at the time. But yeah, I think it was... why did we give him the job before?
It was just interim, isn't
It was just a 2-game interim because someone got sacked.
Yeah.
Ollie got sacked.
Yeah.
Then we brought in good old Ralph Rangnick.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. But yeah, also, Carrick's got more experience now. He's managed Middlesbrough. He nearly got them promoted or whatever, so he's got to be more experienced now. So, yeah, he's come through, he's pulled up. And did you see the outfit he was wearing? Normally, I don't care about managers' outfits. Did you see the drip he was wearing? All black. Man
Ice
came
cold.
to demolish and
Ice
kill
cold.
Arteta.
I came to the funeral.
Bro, Arsenal Football Club has been murdered tonight, my bro. Tunj, any final thoughts on the Arsenal United game? Look, you know, I tried because since you came on, I tried to keep it as respectful as possible. You know.
No, man, no. It's just United fair play. You lot won fair and square. Good game. Yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy the win.
Final question,
Free-for-all.
Tunj. Obviously, we're now 12 points off the top.
Yes,
so-
mate. We're winning the Premier League. Is that the question?
No. What, United? Yeah, we're winning the Premier League. Yeah. You still confident? Obviously, you're only 4 points ahead now of City and Villa. Still
Yeah,
confident?
so I feel confident. Yeah, only the positive, I guess, from all this is we've lost now. It's good that we've lost now because obviously we could learn the lessons and hopefully in the next couple games we can play a bit more intent, a bit more urgency. We can start to feel like we need to actually play to win the league as opposed to thinking we've won the league. So in a way, that's good. And then second point, City have Liverpool away and Spurs away the next 2 games, and they have Galatasaray midweek in the Champions League. And that's not going to be an easy game as well. So I do expect City to drop points against both Liverpool or Spurs or either one of them. So again, it'll be an opportunity for Arsenal to extend the lead. Obviously, we've got Leeds United away. I'm not saying that's going to be an easy game. Tough place to go. They've been really good as well of late. They play like Jurgen Klopp's team, like high tempo,
Heavy
at
metal.
it, and especially at Ellen Road as well in front of the fans. That's going to be a tough game for Arsenal as well, especially after today's defeat. Now, it's going to be a tough game. Let's see how it goes, and then we have Sunderland at home. Obviously, Sunderland are good as well. So, two games and good opportunities for us to bounce back and extend the lead. So, yeah, we'll wait and see, I guess.
Just quickly, Tunj, who is your best player today, do you think?
Who
If
was
any.
our best player today? Phew,
Yeah.
what a question. I don't even know. I'd say
Yeah.
Marino. He
Wow.
came on, he tried to do something, I'd say Marino showed more intent than anyone, to be honest with you. Eze came on, he showed a bit of intent. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Everyone else was pretty poor. Timber was poor, Nkapé was poor, midfield was poor.
Yeah.
Defense was poor. Yeah, everyone was poor.
And any of the United boys, do you want to give any props to any names that I might have missed out? I thought Dallo actually had a decent game defensively.
Yeah, your fullback Shaw and Dallo played well.
Yeah.
But Shaw and Trossard made it easy for them as well.
Saka and
I thought Martinez was really good. It showed how much you missed him. Big presence at the back. He's not big, but he's a big presence when he plays. Very good techie left-footed player. Maguire played well next to him, I thought. And then I thought, D'orgu was probably your best player actually. He won everything. He was good. He was dangerous. And then Cunha when he came on, he was good as well. So I thought and I thought Mbeumo was good as well actually. He got into a lot of dangerous positions. He pressed well with Bruno. There's a couple of standout names I'd say, but I'd say D'orgu was probably your best player on the day.
Yeah, Henry Haroon. Want to echo the thoughts or any other names you want to mention, or you want to speak about any of the players?
Senna Lummons did a great job for us.
Yeah, he was very
Senna
good.
was. There was a couple corners that were a little iffy here and there, but a good, very, very good hand save. About 13 minutes in, really got his confidence up to last him out the rest of the game. So I'll give props to him.
Yeah, all right, let's move on, boys. Look, just quickly with Guddu, I have to come to one more team before you. On Saturday, obviously, our famous rivals, Liverpool FC, lost 3-2 to Bournemouth. I was watching the game, actually. And on 90th minute, I put my phone away because I had family come round. So I thought it was 2-2. And my brother-in-law, he's like, oh, yeah. Sorry, my cousin was asking me, oh, yeah, what was the score? I was like, oh, Liverpool, they got a 2-2 draw. And I didn't know until an hour or two later that they actually lost. So, Liverpool lost to Bournemouth. Only Guddu watch it? Any else of you watch it? Henry, you watch it as well? Well, Goods, what do you think about the game? Tell me, man. Let's start for Liverpool.
I started watching it. It was 1-0, so I was like, oh, Liverpool losing. Let me go watch a little bit of fun, innit?
Little hate watch. Hate watch.
You like watching the stuff.
Van Dijk stinker again.
Nah, the first goal, Van Dijk, I don't know what he's doing. Like, right near the corner, just kick it out or something. Kick it for a corner, kick it off.
And what was worse is he done that thing again where he's like, what are you guys doing? I'm thinking, bro, it was you.
Yeah, like, he has a go
He's
at Hamilton
deflecting.
State, yeah.
I mean, he got his own teammate injured in the process. Like, have some shame, man. Have some shame.
But yeah, no, it was
You,
good. It was a good game, man. It was a good game. Like
yeah,
the goals were
great
good.
game.
Even Liverpool goals, the Liverpool free kick, Dominic
Oh,
Wilson, good free kick.
Szoboszlai's
Good goal.
goal.
He's their player on form, I think. Like for them, he was the best
Yeah.
player probably. But
Definitely.
Bournemouth play upset anyway. Like I think the Bournemouth, they're unreliable. Like one day they lose, and the next day they'll come beat you like 3-2 or 4-4. Like, do you know what I mean? Or
For real.
Yep. You gotta love Vitality Road.
yeah,
Class. Vitality Stadium, yeah.
Right,
I was going to say Van Dijk, sorry, not Van Dijk, Slot, are we saying, do you think he's going to keep his job this season, or do you reckon he might get sacked?
he's going.
I think they'll keep him till end
I
of
think
the
they'll
season.
keep him as well. Yeah.
End of the season, they'll keep him too. I think. I think the players are not very happy there. Like even Salah's not really doing that great. Like,
Hey, he's putting up Ruben Amorim numbers, so keep him.
yeah,
I feel like Liverpool go through these stages. They have like a good season, then they have a really bad season, then they have a
True.
good season again. That was sort of
Yeah.
like that's how it was with Klopp. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think Slot will be sacked because of that. I think they'll give him till next season. If it just continues, he'll go.
Yeah. Before we have another team to laugh at in the top six, I'll come to them shortly. Today there was also a Chelsea win. Goods, you want to take over? 3-1 against Crystal Palace.
yeah. I was happy to see my team play. Like from apart from one mistake, I think we didn't give them any chances on goal. The first half, or like until they scored that last goal. I think Badia still passed it back. Mateta went, and obviously Big Rob's there to save it. You know, like there's that, and that. Apart from that, they didn't have a sniff on goal. We played well. Astava, Astava William. Like that's why Maresca probably is been sacked because why are we not starting this guy? Got an assist, got a goal, and what a goal he scored! And first time assist to Joao Pedro from a 19-year-old. You know, this is what excites you to watch, isn't it? Like this is what we want to see as a fan. And he wasn't playing, and there's Andre Santos as well, 21 Brazilian. He played with alongside Caicedo, absolutely dominated the midfield, defensive awareness top notch. Why wasn't he starting for Maresca? Two of these players were probably the man of the match today. So it was good. It's like, but football wise, it's the same as Maresca. It's no different. We're playing Maresca football still. And yeah, we got happy to get the win. Hopefully, continues that way. And Liam Rosenior is doing all right for now. Five games, 4 wins. So yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, I heard Esteval played really well again.
That kid's
and
amazing.
Yeah.
That kid is
Yeah.
that kid is amazing. Wow.
You watch him and you're like, "What? He's about to do something crazy!" Like even that.
Yes.
And you know, Tyreek Mitchell's fast, and he outpaced Tyreek Mitchell with the ball onto taking to goal, and then like just to finish. It's unreal.
Unreal. They got a baller on your
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah.
proper
Hopefully he
talent.
stays. Like I don't know, he might go like Real Madrid or Barcelona in about 5 years, but
Yeah, that's 5 years down the road. You've got him in an 8-year
Do
contract. You're
something,
good.
Yeah,
I'm happy
he's
with
no
that.
He's no Patrick Dorgu, mate. I'll tell you that.
He's better.
Yeah, that's Chelsea. Obviously, they've got the win against Palace, a dysfunctional Palace at the moment. Another one of the top 6 teams, City, got a 2-0 win against Wolves. I know FPL players, obviously, a lot of people had Haaland as captain. I effed
I
up,
agree
bro.
with you.
I took him off as captain. I sold him, and I thought, all right, cool, I've done it. And I put Sade as captain. Brentford lost 2-0, bro.
Yeah, Thiago didn't get a goal either. You know, strikers, something wrong with strikers nowadays. They don't score goals like before, man.
I think wingers and strikers they're not scoring, not just wingers
I
as well.
agree.
It's all
I
centre
agree.
mids and
FPL
defenders.
so hard this year. FPL so
I
hard.
mean-
You hardly get any points. Like it's good. You got nobody
Right.
scoring.
All it is the wingers fucking bomb to the end line, cut it back for the midfielders. The strikers are making the runs just for pageantry. It's all coming to the midfielders. So that's where all the points are going. It's killing me. Carry on.
Yeah, man. My season's over in FPL. It's January. It's been over since September, if I'm being honest. Yeah. Final top 6 team. We still call them a top 6 team. I'm not actually sure why. Share if you're still watching.
No point even talking about it, man. Let's just say,
Share-
shit
yeah.
team.
Never heard of them.
Share if you're still watching. Let us know, because I actually watched this game for the purpose of seeing Spurs get bantered against Burnley. Actually, It was 2-2. Spurs really dominated in the first half, I thought, actually, creating so many chances. And then I don't know if you guys watched the game, but Harun, you watched it. The defending for the first Burnley goal was so bad. I couldn't believe it. 3 Spurs players let the man free at the back post. Despite seeing him free, letting the cross come in and left him free, gave him 5 yards of space just for him to tap it in. Obviously, United Academy product, Axel Tanzubi as well. So delighted for him, but I couldn't believe what I was seeing. But Spurs defenders have carried them again. Van der Ven scoring a great finish. Romero with a great header as well. Romero wants Frank to stay in a job. That's what I feel like, and everyone else doesn't.
Yeah, man.
I don't
Clearly,
I feel like
clearly.
Van der Ven obviously Van der Ven, you know, in the Burnley second goal, he sold Van der Ven. I think Van der Ven wants Thomas Frank to go.
Van der Ven nearly
Romero
got
wants
his
to
leg
stay.
broke.
Yeah.
Man's leg
My
nearly snapped the
God.
way he got sent, bro.
I mean, it's terrible. It's terrible football from Spurs. Terrible.
His finish was good though for a centre back.
That was a great
Like,
unreal
striker.
finish.
Yeah.
Both their
Yeah.
goals. Their
Yeah.
centre backs are better finishers than their strikers, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
It's mad
Richarlison,
though.
of course.
Yeah.
course.
Last season, all we heard from all these men is, if Romero and Van der Ven were fit, we'll be sick. They've gone to a defensive manager. Their centre backs are both back, and they arguably look even worse defensively, bro. They've been conceding more bare goals. So
Who was it?
Their
Someone
midfield,
said,
their midfield is tough, real bad.
someone said Van der Ven and Romero were like the Spurs' second and third top scorers or something like that.
They are.
yeah, I said that.
I'm
yeah,
not
they are.
surprised.
Mad.
They both got 4 goals each, and then I don't know when
Richarlison,
Richarlison scored.
yeah.
Bro, when on earth did
No,
he score
Van der
7
Ven's
goals?
got
Bro?
7. Romero's got 6. And
I'm talking about just Prem,
Richarlison's
just
got 8.
Prem.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
My
so
God.
Spurs are in the mud. But I was saying actually in the group chat as well, is Thomas Frank doing that bad, or is it just stayed the same? Because last season they were 17th, this season they're 14th. It's not really changed much. The football hasn't really changed much either.
No.
You would have
No.
thought they'd be a bit more pragmatic at the back, but they haven't really been.
They
their
didn't win the
football-
Champions League.
But they did well in Europe last year as well. So
Yeah.
It's not really changed.
I mean, you lost
yeah, they don't play
Son.
Haaland anymore.
Yeah, you lost Tillman Son, which doesn't help at all. They did not do a good job bringing people in to make up for losing Youngman. So they knew exactly what was going to happen to them. You can't be surprised.
Yeah. Anyway, boys, let's start wrapping it up. Tunj, I want you to do something after you jump off this. Go back and watch the 10 minutes before you jumped on, and you can see what I was saying about the Arsenal game. I think you might enjoy it, but yeah. Anyway,
No, you won't.
this is the Big Six breakdown. United have beaten Arsenal 3-2 at the Emirates. We're only 12 points off the top. We might be back. Michael Carrick might be the best manager of all time, outside of Sir Alex Ferguson, of course. But yeah, anyone that joined us, thank you for joining us. Thanks for getting in the live chat. Keep it PG in the live chat next time. There's been a bit of beef in the live chat the last 2 times. Let's calm down. SPO95, aka Name 914. We're on to you.
BTO
Thanks,
boxing
everyone,
soon
for
come.
joining.
BTO boxing soon come.
Shout out my wife. Shout out my wife's family. I know you hated to watch this live. I know you hate me right now. But Man United have won. We're back. See you in the next one. Peace out.